Let's start. We have many questions that have already come in online, so let me just grab a few of those. The first comes from Ron Duran, the driver's seat TV. Will you offer a hybrid version of the new 7 Series? This is something that we showed in Detroit.
I'll take that one. Give these 3 a rest for a moment. Yes, we will offer a hybrid version of the 7 Series. We've shown a concept vehicle called the 7 Series Active Hybrid. It is a mild hybrid concept. The production version of that vehicle will be shown sometime this year, and we expect it to come to market next year. It's, as I said, it's a mild hybrid, so it is a vehicle that will not run on electric power alone. The electric motor is there to boost the gasoline, or it could be diesel, we haven't said yet, but to boost the internal combustion engine and to give you better performance off the line and also better economy. With the mild hybrid, the advantage is that the battery pack is a very small battery pack, so it doesn't impose upon the interior room in the vehicle, and that was critical in deciding what sort of hybrid we did on the 7 Series.
Okay, thank you. Let's take the next question online from Drew Winter, Ward's Automotive Group. Does BMW plan to introduce a 7 Series diesel in the U.S. market? We just introduced some diesels. Alana, do you want to take this one?
Sure. Well, we just introduced our X5 and our 3 Series sedan diesels. They've been on sale for about a month. And we do have 7 Series diesel-powered vehicles in other markets where they're quite popular. In fact, some of our dealers and some journalists have driven them, and we've had very positive reaction. But at this point, we can't rule it out, but we're not saying.
We haven't made decisions yet.
Yes. Okay. If there's any questions from the audience, please just raise a hand. Yes, sir? Just wait for the microphone if you would mind. State your name and your publication, please.
Frank Alcofer, Scripps Howard News Service. That 4-wheel steering system that you have, is that a hydraulic system or a mechanical system?
It's a mechanical system, yes. And it's able to, at low speeds, it turns the wheels in the opposite direction, up to 38 miles per hour. And above 50 miles per hour, it turns the wheels in the same direction. So it gives you more predictable lane change response and that sort of thing.
Okay. Let's go to our next question from Jim Sawyer, Manufacturing Engineering Magazine. What, if any, manufacturing innovations are involved in the production of the new 7 Series? It's a great question. We have a lot of new innovation.
Yes, that's a very technical one, I suppose. I guess one of the things we talked about, some of the details were difficult things to do, and maybe Martina can add after I give a couple of things here. This car has an aluminum roof panel, and aluminum and steel don't expand and contract at the same levels, and aluminum and steel can't be put right beside each other because you have galvanic corrosion and so on. So we have a very special process for attaching this roof panel to the car, to the steel substructure of the car, and it's a patented process that's new on this particular car. I think we have some photos that we will put up on the website, so you can see exactly how it's done.
Okay. Any other questions? Yes? Right here in the front, please just wait for, here comes a microphone.
Diana Karilko, Automotive News. The all-important question. When will you release pricing, and how much of an increase is this over the current car?
We actually, if you don't mind, we actually have released pricing in middle of December. The base price for the 750i is $80,300. The base price for the 750Li is $84,200. That represents a $3,500 increase over the I and a $4,300 increase over the Li. But we've also added a number of standard equipment, such as Nappa leather seats, 4-zone climate control, driving dynamics control, a rear self-leveling air suspension on the Li. So we believe we've had a marginal increase, but we've added a lot of equipment.
And I think those prices that you just quoted were the non-destination prices, correct?
That's correct.
Right. So you'll for price with destination, it's another $825.
Okay. Next question will go online. Is the BMW, it's Horatio Boru, sorry if I've mispronounced your last name, BMWblog.com. Is the BMW individual program going to be available for the US 7 Series models?
I can
Lana.
answer that.
Yeah.
Yes, BMW individual will be available. We haven't released the pricing or the exact specifications yet, but we will continue with the program.
In fact, I think we had a prototype at the Chicago International Auto Show to show some of the things that were available.
We
Yeah.
did. It was an early debut.
We'll go question live from the audience.
Yeah, my name is James Bell. I'm from IntelliChoice.com, and obviously the 7 Series is the flagship for the BMW line. And you've talked about design elements and technology elements and creature comforts and so forth. But is there one particular thing that you really want people to think about when they think of the new 7? I mean, design was obviously a polarizing element of the prior version, and I think that kind of drove a lot of people towards the vehicle or away from it, whatever your opinion was. Is there any certain point of this car that you really want people to think about when they think the 7 Series?
I think it's that it remains the character of a true, driver's car, and a vehicle that, is a joy to drive, and it continues what we've been building for 4 generations prior to. That would be one that I would say.
And I think Adrian, in the presentation earlier on, said that he wanted this one to be viewed as one of the best cars in the world. It is certainly a car that will bring technologies to the market, to not only the BMW line, but throughout the market over years. If I take just one little piece, and it's something that a customer will never really notice, but this is the first full use of FlexRay communications technology in the car. FlexRay was designed as part of a consortium with BMW as the lead, and it's a communications protocol within the vehicle. And there are several different types of communications protocols within the vehicle, but this one is ultra fast. It's the fastest one out there, and it makes us able to adjust shock valving on the rear wheel based on what the front wheel sees on the road. So if the front wheel hits a bump, by the time that bump gets to the rear wheel, we're able to make adjustments to the control of the suspension. And that FlexRay communicates with, I believe it's about 16 different control units in the car that affect how the car drives.
Okay. We'll take one from online, from Gene Halliday at Advertising Age. How will the ad launch differ from past launches, and why?
Okay.
Want to take this one? Mm-hmm.
Sure. With the 7 Series, what we've done is we've done a more targeted experiential launch. So we've tried to get our customers, get in touch with them, have intimate events. About the last 4 weeks, we've done this throughout different cities in the country, and it's been a great experience. I've been able to attend a few. I'll attend another one next week. So we're definitely focusing more on events and targeting our current and potential future customers.
Okay. All right, question from the online audience. Go ahead.
Linda. Autospies.com. Are there any mileage improvements in this current generation 7 compared to the last?
That was Don Buffamonte at Autospies.com.
Well, actually, it's very similar to the previous generation. Now we have a twin turbocharged V8 engine, which gives 40 more horsepower and 90 more pounds-foot of torque. So we have substantial performance enhancements and near similar fuel economy.
Okay, next question we have coming in online, Chris Woodward from USA Today. What specifically has been done to make the iDrive more user-friendly? Stefan.
I really like to answer that question. So when you take a look at our controller, inside of the car we've added a couple of buttons to that. That's direct access buttons. So that's due to the fact that our customer has a better first contact scenario. So with the old system you have to learn a little bit how it works. With the new system, by adding a couple of buttons, I think it's much easier to put in the first contact scenario for ease of use. It's much more easier. So if you take a look at the screen design we've chosen for controlling the content there, it's following the principle you always can see where you came from, what you can do next, and what all your options are. So the hierarchy is much more flattened. It's easier to access and it's much faster at a lot of points. And another thing we've just added in this car, we already introduced in the 5 Series, in 3 Series, and the 1 Series, and the X5, Our free programmable memory button we already had in our car, where you can store your favorite on. We enhanced them again a little bit, so you have the possibility to store anything on them if you like to. So you have really direct access to your favorite functionality you have to have always like you have.
Right, and these programmable memory keys are the 1, 2, 3, 4,
Yeah.
5, 6 buttons that you see on the
Yeah,
dashboard.
they're exactly at the same position like your radio station buttons, maybe you know. And the way to program it, it's nothing complicated. It's just a simple long push, and you have exactly what you like on your key.